Hello guys, Kalmier here again, and today I'm going to show you a couple tricks for descending quickly and coming back up quickly. Before I do that though, just wanted to show you guys, if you watched some of my previous videos, you know that there was coal up against this wall, and so I dug it out actually a while back ago, and I just kind of wanted to show you how all of this was coal. I want to show you how far down this went. This actually went behind my ladder that I had set up over here. So all of this, maybe there was a few blocks that I just had to kind of dig out in order to move to the next section, but all of this was one large coal vein. In actuality, it was probably like 2 or 3 large coal veins close to each other, and so it just looks like it's a lot bigger than it was, but I wish I could find diamond veins that big. So I'll go ahead and set up a couple things and for the project that I've got ahead, and I will see you in a little bit. Okay guys, I'm back and I have my material set. Now the two things that I'm going to be making is one is going to be a water drop. To make that, I'm going to need a sign and a water bucket. Now additionally, for some benefits that can suit you later, I'm going to go ahead and bring a trapdoor, 2 trapdoors and 2 buttons. Now for the boat elevator, I'm going to need boats, and I've already counted for my particular tunnel. I'm going to need 8. I also need dirt blocks, torches, and weapons that aren't going to break anytime soon. So I'll go over all of that in just a minute beforehand. Let me show you here. I've gone ahead and done some aesthetic looks, touch-ups to the grinder. I've added smooth stone around the edges, put an extra block on the back for torches, got rid of all the dirt that was down here. Okay, I've also done the same with my mine. Well, not my mine, but my little cave back here. It does say mine shaft because I do plan on having my mine, this lead to my mine as well. But I've flushed it all out with smooth stone, filled the giant hole that was over in the corner. Alright, now again, we're going to make a water drop, and the way a water drop works is basically as you drop down a long hole, you hit a water source 2 blocks above where you're landing. So if you're going to land here, there's 1 block, 2 block, you're going to have a water source above that, and you do that by putting a sign and then putting the water source above the sign so it hovers there. So when you fall through the water, it slows you down, so when you hit the ground, you don't take any damage. So that's pretty much the basics of a water drop. Really simple, really popular. It's pretty much everywhere. But what I'm going to add is I'm going to put a hatch door there. Please ignore the texture pack. He is aware that when it is down, it goes from west to east, and then when it's up, it looks normal. So he is aware of that, and he's going to put just a standard texture on there that doesn't change when you go up or down. But the functionality of the hatch door is still the same. I'm also going to go ahead and put a button right there. And what this does is, like for example, I'm going to have this also lead to my mine shaft. So what you would do is you'd stand over here, you press the button, and it would drop me down to my monster spawner. Well then if I fall through the ceiling and land on this hatch door in my monster spawner, I'd hit the button again and it would take me down to my mine shaft. So I will show you that once I've completed all this. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and dig straight down to my monster spawning area. So I'll be right back. Okay, and so now I'm down here. I have the long tunnel. So again, to set up a water drop, you're going to put the sign, and you're going to put a water source above it. Now, I do plan on taking the ladder out, and I will fill this all in with just regular cobblestone. However, in the meantime, I'm going to leave this here in case I need to climb back out. But the ladder will hold water in place. The reason I use signs is because you can't collide against the sign. But if you walk up against the ladder, it stops you. You collide against the edge of the ladder. But for this particular situation, it will hold my water block, which is all that matters. Okay, and again, if I decide to, well, I have already decided to, go ahead and put my mine shaft down at the bottom. So if I was way up at the top and fell through, I'd land on this hatch. And then if I wanted to continue to my mine shaft, I hit the button and go down another water drop into my mine shaft. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do some real quick calculations, and I'm going to do those off screen, so I will be right back. Okay guys, sorry about that, I'm back. Now what I had to do is I had to do a quick calculation from the top floor down to this floor. And the way you do that is you look ahead, and whatever block you're looking at is eye level. Okay, so these blocks are eye level, and when I press F3, eye level is currently 43 right now. Okay, so if this is 43, this is 42, that means the ground is 41. So that's where I'm basically somewhere around this ground. Now I actually did this upstairs as well, and it actually happens that this is 73, 72, and 71. The ground upstairs is 71. So this is exactly 30 layers from the floor of the top room to the floor of the bottom room is 70. So, I'm sorry, 70 to 40 is 30. So it's exactly 30 spaces. So what I did from there is this boat ladder is basically a boat with 3 air pockets and then another boat. So every 4th spot is a boat. 30 divided by the 4 spots is going to be 7, which gives you 28 and a leftover of 2. So I had to get 7 boats, and I'm going to have 2 spaces left over. So instead of reaching to the ground, it's actually going to be 2 spaces up. Instead of being here, it's going to be 1, 2. It's going to be here. Alright? The reason I have an 8th boat is because you actually start at 1. Okay, so you're going to start up there at 1, then 4 plus 1 is 5, 8 plus 1 is 9, 12 plus 1 is 13, 16 plus 1 is 17. It's always going to be a plus 1. So you're going to have 28 plus 1 is 29. So that's where the 8th boat is going to stand, is right there. Normally you probably would not need this boat here. If this was as far down as you were going to go, you could just walk under the last boat, look up, and click on it. But because I plan to go further down to a mining shaft, I actually want a boat on this level as well. So to do this, again, my boat's going to be on this level, and I actually want it in that corner right there. So to do this, I'm actually going to have to carve out the ceiling a little bit so that I can jump up here. And go ahead and carve that out as well. And I'm going to have to put dirt there. So basically it just leaves one little opening. And I place the boat there. And before I remove this dirt, I want to go ahead and fill all this back in. And just a little side thing, I'm going to remove the ugly cobblestone. And now I can remove my dirt. So now I can't touch the boat. Whoops, I'm on the ladder. I can't touch the boat. I'm not going to accidentally bump it or anything like that. It's just going to sit there. Okay, but before I hop into it, I do need to go ahead and clear out some air pockets. One there, and one there. So when I get in the boat, if my head ends up in one of those spots, it's not going to suffocate me. I'm actually going to be able to have plenty of room for my head to breathe. Before I continue into this boat, I want to make sure you guys are aware that from this point, once you get in the boat, you can't click down. You can only go up. So from this point, it's best to make sure you have the number of boats you need. If you're unsure, bring extra. Don't shortchange yourself. Bring some torches so you can light up your way. Again, make sure your tools are not about to break, because once you get in here, it's really hard to stop in the middle. It's best if you continue all the way back up to the surface. So I'm going to have my boats, my dirt, my torches, and my tools. Okay, so I am prepared. Oh, more stone. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hop into the first boat. Never click on a boat with another boat, because it will place the boat and put you in the boat, so you'll have 2 boats there that'll scoot you into the wall or whatever. So you don't want that to happen, so make sure you always have something beside the boat. See, that scooted me forward, so it's a good thing I had that air pocket there. Now, so I don't suffocate myself when I stand up, I'm going to put a hole above me and put a torch there so I can see, and then stand up. Okay, now, so that's the hardest part, is figuring out where this bottom boat's going to go. From here on out, it's actually very easy. You're going to have 3 blocks air pockets, 3 blocks air pockets. So here's 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks high. And then so here on the 4th block, you're going to have air pockets going all the way around and go up one. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, and then air pockets. Then on the second block, 1, 2, 3, on the second block, you're going to put a dirt, and then you're going to put a boat on top of the dirt. Now I always break the dirt at an angle so I don't accidentally hit the boat when the dirt breaks. So from here you just click on the next boat, scoot it forward a little bit, go ahead and put a torch again. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks, and then after the third block we're going to have air pockets all the way around and one above. We're going to put the dirt block on the middle, put the boat on the dirt block, and remove the dirt block. Click, and we're up. Okay, so from here I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these in fast motion, so I will see you on the top. Okay guys, I'm at the top and sitting in my boat. Go ahead and shut the doors before nightfall comes. Okay, now these air pockets you probably don't have to do one on every side. However, the boat placement depends on which side your head's actually going to appear before you shift over. So to be on the safe side, I do all 4. It doesn't really hurt anything to do all 4. And so I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick test run of this and show you how this works. Again, if I come in and I want to go down to, let's say, my mine shaft, which is below my monster spawner, I'm going to walk over on the trapdoor, hit the button, and fall through and land on the second trapdoor, in which case I just hit the button again and continue falling through. Now if I'm actually already here and I want to go ahead and go up, all I have to do is click on the boat and then look up and see the next boat. And from here all I have to do is hold right click and it will shoot me up to the top. And I'm actually going to go ahead and show you how fast this is. And this is going to be without speeding up the video. I'm going to go ahead and click and it will shoot me straight up to the top. Exit the boat and I'm out. Now I've actually looked online. I was watching Ethos Labs when I thought of this. He used to have these boats above a glass dome that was over his water channels, and I thought, you know, if you can use it to hop out of the tunnel and get yourself to the surface, why not have them stacked up? So I looked online and looked on YouTube, and apparently I'm not the first person to think of this, so I can't claim this as original. Other people have thought of this. In fact, there's a video from about 7 months ago, which is before I was even playing Minecraft. But either way, I still think it's a very useful idea. It gets you up very quickly. Just be very careful, because if any of these boats are destroyed, unfortunately it pretty much means you're stuck there. You have to destroy all the boats going back down in order to get out, and then replace all the boats later. So again, if you did find this efficient and you did learn something new in here, please definitely subscribe to my video and give me a thumbs up. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next video.